All right, so for homework, you guys should have already set up your file. Your margins should have been 1/2 inch, and your bleeds should have been 0.125 outside. Your file, for most of you, is going to be 8.5 by 11. Now I have 5 pages on here, but that is just for ease of access for me. Eventually, you guys can just go to your pages and just click this add button and keep adding pages, as many as you need. All right, now I want to work over here on your parent layers, which you should have looked up for homework. Like I mentioned before, your parent layers are seen here, meaning that if I was to make another parent layer and I was to have 2, like I have here on this file, which is more or less what our magazine is going to look like, then I could apply B, like simply by dragging it over, I could apply a B parent to this one and an A parent to this one and so forth, depending on my needs. And once again, these are templates that you are applying to specific pages. So let's build the template from scratch for this file. Okay, so we're going to go to Layout and create guides. And over here is our number of guides. Not sure because this is unclicked. All right, so as you guys can see, as I am adding more rows, you start seeing these divisions, these guides come up. Now, the gutter refers to the space in between each row. Right, so if I add 3 columns, right, and so forth. Now, this down here refers to where you want to fit your guides. If you want it to start out from this corner, right, your margin, sorry, or if you want it to start counting from the edge of your page. For this, we're going to start off from the edge of your margin. So make sure it is clicked on margin. Now I am going to set this to 5 rows and I want 5 columns. And then I'm going to set the gutter for 10 millimeters. Ooh, why are you doing that? Now, as you guys can see, if I have it set to inches, it'll do the math on its own. For reference into any of these text boxes, you can also like add an equation. Let's say you wanted that number divided by 2, and then it'll do the math for you and so forth. Same way if you needed, double the space, so you would create math. So we're going to use the star because it's like an old school calculator. We go away and then bam, turns it back to normal and so forth. And again, that works on any of the text boxes around the software. We go okay. I am gonna go back and change my margin. Just layout, and I want my margins at 5. Now I want 10 millimeters. And then I want this one, which is the bottom, this down here, to double. Now you guys will be able to see that my gutters are the same size as my inside margins, but now here we'll have enough space to add the important information we need to add down here, which we'll go over when we go over the different parts of a spread, just like we did today with the different parts of the magazine cover. Now I'm noticing that these are not is not evenly distributed enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it again. And go margins and columns. That's the wrong one, is it? Yeah. So we're still adding guides. No, we're not doing columns yet. You get what I mean in a second. Alright, so we have this option down here, which removes all of the guides we already had and does them all over again. And I want to do 6 instead of 5 by 5. We're gonna do 6 by 5. And our gutters are gonna be 10. Nope. Not 10 inches, like 10 millimeters. I'm gonna copy that and move over here and paste it. And bam. That seems a lot better. And again, make sure it's set to margin and not to page. Alright, now I'm going to add another guide. If you guys remember from Illustrator, you can just drag from your rulers to make a guide. Now I want that guide another 10 from here. Right, so that's an 11 inches, so we want about half. Right, just so that I can put my page numbers down here. And bam.